Deep beneath the shimmering waves of the ocean, in the magical underwater kingdom of Atlantica, Princess Ariel swam gracefully between tall coral towers and glowing sea anemones. Her long red hair flowed like silk behind her as she twirled in the water. Flounder. "Hurry up!" Ariel called to her best friend, a bright yellow and blue fish who was always a little nervous but very loyal. "I'm coming, Ariel," Flounder panted, trying to catch up. Today was special. Ariel had heard from her father, King Triton, that a mysterious glow had been seen far beyond the border of Atlantica, near the ancient ruins of the Crystal Reef, a place that hadn't been visited in hundreds of years. "What do you think it could be?" Flounder asked, nervously. "I don't know," Ariel replied, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "But I have to find out." They swam past sea turtles, dolphins, and schools of fish until they reached the edge of Atlantica's protected waters. That's when Sebastian, the crab, Ariel's royal advisor, and sometimes babysitter, popped up from behind a rock. "Where do you think you're going, young lady?" Sebastian demanded in his thick Caribbean accent. "Oh, Sebastian," Ariel said, rolling her eyes playfully. "We're just going to take a little look at the Crystal Reef. There's something glowing there." Sebastian sighed and shook his head. "Why is it always glowing things with you?" But in the end, Sebastian joined them mostly to keep Ariel out of trouble. As they approached the Crystal Reef, the water began to shimmer with strange light. The coral here was unlike anything Ariel had ever seen. It sparkled like diamonds, and every time she touched a branch, it gave off a gentle hum. Suddenly, they heard a sound. It was a melody, soft, haunting, and beautiful. "Ariel," Flounder whispered, "do you hear that?" "I do," Ariel replied, enchanted. "It's like a song." They followed the music deeper into the reef and discovered an ancient shell-shaped cave. Inside, walls were covered in glowing runes and carvings. In the center, there floated a glowing crystal the size of a pearl. As Ariel reached out to touch it, a flash of light surrounded the man, then everything changed. When the light faded, Ariel, Flounder, and Sebastian found themselves in a place unlike any part of the sea they had ever known. The plants were bigger, the fish were stranger, and even the water felt different. "I think we've gone back in time," Ariel gasped. A beautiful mermaid swam toward them, wearing a crown made of seashells and moon pearls. She looked regal but kind. "Welcome, travelers," the mermaid said. "I am Queen Nerina, ruler of the ancient seas. You have awakened the song of the ocean." "The song of the ocean?" Sebastian asked, eyes wide. Queen Nerina explained that the glowing crystal they touched was part of an ancient spell that could open portals through time and memory. Only someone with a voice as pure and brave as Ariel's could unlock it. "It's broken," Nerina said sadly. "Unless it is restored, the harmony of the seas will be lost forever." To restore the spell, Ariel would need the help of 4 ancient guardians each, representing a part of the sea: coral, current, deep, and Skye, the ocean's surface. Ariel eagerly agreed to help. The first guardian, Cora of the Coral Forest, was a bubbly sea sprite who danced through colorful corals. She gave Ariel a coral shard that glowed pink. Next was Kaio, the spirit of the currents, a powerful dolphin who lived in a whirlpool cave. He gave Ariel a swirling blue pearl. The third, Darka of the deep, was a mysterious anglerfish who taught Ariel how to use her inner light in the darkest places. He gave her a dark gem that shimmered with stars. Lastly, they swam to the ocean's surface to meet Skye, a flying fish who sang with the winds. She gave Ariel a feather made of starlight. With all 4 treasures, Ariel returned to Queen Nerina. Queen Nerina took the treasures and placed them around the crystal. She turned to Ariel. "You must now sing the song of the ocean." Ariel closed her eyes and sang. Her voice echoed through time and sea, warm and full of hope. The crystal glowed brightly, and beams of color shot through the reef. The ancient magic was restored. The sea shimmered with balance and peace. All the guardians reappeared, smiling. "You have done what no mermaid has done in 1,000 years, Queen Nerina said. "You are truly the heart of the ocean." With a final flash, Ariel and her friends were transported back to the present-day Crystal Reef. Ariel, Flounder cheered. "You did it!" Sebastian wiped a tear from his eye. "Dat girl, always singing her way into Troubleland, singing her way out." When they returned to Atlantica, King Triton listened to the whole story in amazement. "You have made me proud, Ariel," he said. "Perhaps the world of old still has lessons to teach us." Ariel smiled and looked toward the reef. She knew the ocean still held many mysteries and she would be ready for every one of them. The end.